of unsullied kings.
Alright, we need to talk, because this trailer is not just teasing another chapter in the Dance of the Dragons, it's promising absolute chaos. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. When we last left Westeros, the realm was bleeding, dragons were falling from the sky, and the line between hero and villain had basically evaporated. Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen and King Aegon II Targaryen were locked in a brutal civil war, and the Season 2 finale flipped the board in a way nobody fully expected. Now, Season 3 looks ready to cash in on all of it. Rhaenyra's bold gamble with Alicent. The biggest shocker heading into this season is the alliance that shouldn't exist. Alicent Hightower, mother of Aegon, lifelong rival of Rhaenyra, sneaks out of the Red Keep and goes straight to Dragonstone. In the trailer, Rhaenyra calmly tells her council that Alicent will open the gates of King's Landing and surrender the city. Just like that. No siege, no dragon fire raining down on the capital, just betrayal from within. If you've read Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin, you know this is a massive deviation. On the page, these two women are not secret co-conspirators. They are enemies to the core. The show has chosen a more tragic, intimate path, and honestly, it makes everything hurt more. Alicent agreeing to let Rhaenyra execute her own son? That's not politics, that's desperation. But here's the thing, the trailer doesn't make it look clean. We see green soldiers drawing swords in the throne room. That suggests resistance. Maybe not everyone got the memo. Maybe Aemond didn't. Maybe someone decides they'd rather die than kneel. And if there's one thing this show has taught us, it's that plans in Westeros never go smoothly. The missing king and the master of whisperers. Alicent might be handing over the city thinking Aegon is inside it. Problem is, he's not. Thanks to Larys Strong, the slipperiest man in the Seven Kingdoms, Aegon has already been smuggled out. The trailer shows them walking through a forest, far from the Iron Throne. Aegon even says the king has abdicated the throne, which sounds less like strategy and more like a man who's exhausted, broken, and maybe slightly unhinged. After his injuries, Aegon isn't the same. He's physically shattered, emotionally unstable, and surrounded by people who either want to use him or replace him. Alicent sees that. He's always been a survivor, and maybe, in his own twisted way, he relates to Aegon. Both underestimated, both damaged. There's also that blink and miss it moment where Aegon stabs someone on the ground. No context, no explanation, just violence. And that tells me this exile storyline isn't going to be some quiet hiding arc. It's going to be ugly. And when a wounded king disappears during a civil war, that's not peace. That's a ticking bomb.
Where were you?
Daeron and the Hightower reinforcements. While King's Landing prepares to change hands, another Targaryen is finally stepping into the spotlight. Daeron Targaryen, Alicent's youngest son, raised far away in Old Town, is marching to war. We don't see much of him directly, but we see his dragon, Tessarion, the Blue Queen, and that alone changes the math. Dragons are the nuclear weapons of this world. One more rider entering the battlefield means everything escalates. Daeron hasn't been tangled in the political mess of King's Landing the way his siblings have. That could make him more level-headed, or more dangerous. We also see Lord Aemond Hightower leading troops, representing the full might of House Hightower backing the Greens. This isn't just a family squabble anymore. This is regional power mobilizing. And when the Reach moves, it moves big. If Rhaenyra thought taking King's Landing would end the war, Daeron's arrival says otherwise.
This is the moment you become.
Daemon versus Aemond. Fire meets fire. Let's be honest, a huge part of why we're excited is the inevitable collision between Daemon Targaryen and Aemond Targaryen, uncle and nephew. Mirror images, both ruthless, both convinced they're the smartest warrior in the room. Daemon, riding the blood-red Caraxes, reminds Rhaenyra that she has absolute power within her grasp. He sees this as her defining moment. He thrives in chaos, wars where he feels feels most alive. Meanwhile, Aemond is carving his own path of destruction. The trailer shows Vhagar torching people at Harrenhal. Harrenhal again, that cursed crumbling monument to ambition. If Daemon haunted it with dreams last season, Aemond seems ready to baptize it in dragonfire. Aemond's line, "A new dawn is coming. A new line of unsullied kings," is chilling. That doesn't sound like someone fighting for Aegon. That sounds like someone imagining a throne without him. If Alicent thinks she can manage Aemond, she's lying to herself.
You are the Queen of Dragons.
The Riverlands become a graveyard. The Riverlands sit at the heart of Westeros, and in wartime, that means they suffer the most. Criston Cole is marching through dragon-scorched terrain, standing in the footprint of a beast that could erase him in seconds. That image alone tells you how small even the greatest knights are in a dragon war. We also glimpse the Northern Army, the Winter Wolves, marching south under Stark banners to support Rhaenyra. The North entering the conflict adds weight. When Winterfell commits, it's serious. If the books are any indication, the Riverlands are about to become a slaughterhouse. Armies colliding, castles burning, dragons above, soldiers below, and absolutely no mercy.
The king has abdicated the throne.
The Battle of the Gullet ignites the season. Season 2 was supposed to end with a massive naval battle, but it got pushed. Now Season 3 opens with it, the Battle of the Gullet, and from the snippets we see, it's going to be brutal. Rhaenyra's new dragon riders take to the sky to face the Triarchy fleet secured by Tyland Lannister. Ships crashing, fire raining down, a fully armored man plunging into the sea, which is basically a death sentence. Corlys Velaryon looks genuinely terrified in one shot, and if the sea snake is worried, we should be worried. His fleet is his pride. Seeing it threatened hits hard. We also see Baela Targaryen riding Moondancer into battle. In the book, that role is a bit different, but the show clearly wants Baela in the action. And then there's Jace on Vermax, shouting Dracarys like he's trying to carry the weight of the realm on his shoulders. This battle isn't just spectacle, it's going to reshape alliances and probably claim major lives. And knowing this story, victory won't come without devastating loss.
Soon or late, Rhaenyra will send her new dragons.
Cracks in the queens. What makes this trailer so compelling isn't just the fire and steel, it's the doubt. Jace warning Rhaenyra that she cannot trust Alicent. That's not just paranoia, it's logic. Alicent has spent years opposing them. A sudden change of heart doesn't erase history. At the same time, Alicent walks back into the Red Keep and faces Aemond on the Iron Throne. He asks where she's been. The tension in that moment feels suffocating. She's trying to hold together a family that's splintering under ambition and grief. Both queens are under pressure from their own blood. Both are making impossible choices, and both are probably wrong in ways they can't yet see.
It would be the end.
The door and the mystery. Near the end of the trailer, Rhaenyra pounds on a massive door, over and over. It's frantic, desperate. Is she locked out? Is someone inside refusing her? Is this symbolic, showing that even after everything, power remains just out of reach? That single moment feels heavier than all the dragon fire combined. Because this war isn't just about armies, it's about access. Legitimacy. Who gets to sit in a chair made of swords and call themselves ruler? And as we've seen again and again, the Iron Throne cuts everyone who sits on it.
You cannot trust her.
Our nerdy thoughts. Season 3 looks like escalation on every front. More dragons, more betrayals, more fractured loyalties. The alliance between Rhaenyra and Alicent could either shorten the war or make it bloodier than ever. Aegon's disappearance complicates everything. Daeron's arrival strengthens the Greens. Daemon and Aemond are on a collision course that feels inevitable, and the Battle of the Gullet is just the beginning. If this trailer is anything to go by, we're not heading toward resolution, we're heading toward devastation. The Dance of the Dragons was always meant to be tragic. The only question left is who survives long enough to regret it. June can't come fast enough.
Open the gates of the Red Keep and surrender to me.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.